Hello, my YouTube subscribers, and thank you so much once again for tuning in to Celebrity and Variety Talk. This show is going to be a little sad. We have a civil rights activist. She was found dead in the trunk of her car in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Her name was Sadie Roberts Joseph. And guess what? The person she tried to help killed her. It was her tenant, everyone. It was her tenant. The man was $1,200 behind on the rent, and instead of paying Miss Sadie, he actually killed her and stuffed her in the trunk of a car. That is so horrific. It's horrible. His name was JERMAINE Bell, and he was a registered sex offender in 2006 for raping a 9-year-old girl. In 2004 is when he actually committed the rape. He owed Sadie $1,200 in late rent. So someone called in and gave an anonymous tip, and that was how the police were able to find her body and to gather up the DNA that led to the arrest of JERMAINE Bell. Not the arrest, I would say the charge, because this man was already in jail for not registering as a sex offender. So he was already in jail, so all they had to do was just go ahead and charge him while he was there. And so he happened to, I think they picked him up at the time that they were trying to find the suspect. She was an advocate and an educator of her East Baton Rouge community for over 50 years, you guys. Oh my God. She was proof that one voice that keeps singing, praying, speaking, and laughing can make a difference. That's how positive this lady was for that community in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. She was something else. She founded the Odell Williams Museum, and that was in Baton Rouge. She organized a lot of Juneteenth celebrations there, and she just did a lot of things for the community. What hurt her sister is that her sister saw her every day because they lived near each other, and her sister said that Miss Sadie's oven had went out. That really kind of hurt me to my heart. And she went over there with some cornbread mix to cook her cornbread with her sister's oven. Her sister said the bread was still there. That is so sad. She was 75 years old. It's really something. The man only owed $1,200 in rent, and he's going to kill her over that. But I guess he would do anything, because if you raped a 9-year-old child, if you could do that, you might do anything. People that help you, oftentimes they turn around and kick you in the butt. I recall my grandfather telling me, he says, baby, if people are down, it's okay to help them, but basically let them pull up by their own bootstraps, because every time you help them 100+%, they turn around and they kick you in the butt every time. I mean, it's okay to help people, but it seems that she probably went all out of her way for this man. I mean, he was a rapist and he had somewhere to stay. She gave him a place to lay his head, and he's going to kill her and put her in the trunk of a car just because he was $1,200 late in rent, not her. This is really something else. So my prayers go out to Miss Sadie, and she was... her mother had 11 siblings, and that was one of her siblings, her sister, Miss Johnson. She would see Sadie every day. Every day she would see Sadie, and that was the last time she saw her, when she left the cornbread in the oven. She said the cornbread is still here. Something else. I just don't know what to say, you guys. It is really something. And it's going to be very hard for her family, and especially that sister. If you live two doors down and you see each other every day, that's very close. Seems like she had a very close family. With that, you guys, I just wanted you to know that this civil rights activist, Miss Sadie Roberts Joseph, was killed by her tenant, who owed her $1,200. He was late in rent, and instead of paying Miss Sadie, he actually killed her and stuffed her in the trunk. I hate to say once a criminal, always one, but in his case, that's exactly what it was. I mean, these people are crazy. And the man wasn't a bad looking man, because if you look him up, you can see that he wasn't Ron Jermaine Bell, and he raped a 9-year-old girl. So more is going to come out. I hope he didn't rape Miss Sadie, because you never know how crazy people really are. But let's give our prayers up to her family at a time like this. She helped the community. She founded a museum, gave them something to do, gave them Juneteenth festivals. She did something for them that a lot of them couldn't do for themselves. I'm going to end my commentary, but I did want to acknowledge this beautiful lady. I really wanted to acknowledge her, so I wanted to bring that to you, because they did find the killer. I was going to do the commentary on yesterday. However, I did find out today that they, in fact, found the killer, and he was actually already in jail, you guys. You see, when you do wrong, it didn't take long. He was already in jail before they found him. And someone tipped the police. So that was good, because they were able to get the DNA while it was fresh. Okay, you guys, I'm going to end my story. Prayers up for Miss Sadie Roberts Joseph family, for her sister, where Sadie left that cornbread in the oven for her, because I know it's going to be sad every time she think about that cornbread. And I bet you Miss Sadie can cook some cornbread, because people in Louisiana can cook. I know she had that mix working. I sure would have wanted to taste some of her cornbread, because I could tell. I know. Every time I go to Louisiana, that food is just so good. It's very good. The gumbo, you know, the seafood, everything is just tasty, tasty, tasty. And I bet you her cornbread probably tastes like cake. But anyway, for Miss Sadie's family and all of her friends, my prayers, and hopefully all of my YouTube friends and subscribers' prayers are going up to you guys to stay strong. And Sadie is still with everyone in spirit. Thank you once again for tuning in to Celebrity and Variety Talk. I'm your host, Josie Latimer. Please click like, share, and subscribe. I'm almost at the 1,000 mark, and maybe I can come with some live videos with more of my face on them after I reach that 1,000 mark. I've already done several videos, you know, with my face, but I'm going to come back with more. So thank you once again for tuning in. I'm your host, Josie Latimer. Don't forget, Miss Activist Sadie Roberts Joseph. Our prayers go up to her family. Thank you for tuning in. Goodbye.